Hello everyone, this is Sally with today's yoga, and yesterday we did a sequence and I promised to show you some of those postures in more depth, so that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so we're going to take a standing position on our mats, side on, and the first posture I'm going to show you is the triangle pose. So you want to take a nice wide stance with your feet, keep the left foot 90 degrees to the mat and turn the right foot outwards. We're going to keep the hips to the front, and we're going to tilt slightly with the right hip, and we're going to raise the arms up with an inhalation and exhale over to the right hand side. We make sure that we keep the left shoulder blade flat on the back, and you can turn your head to look up at the hand. And it's important to keep your neck as relaxed as possible so as to avoid any damage. Now, if this is too difficult, if you can't reach the floor or your ankle, then you can use a block, and you can pile the blocks up to as high as makes it comfortable for you. And when you've mastered that posture, you can just take an inhalation and come up. And we'll repeat on the other side. This time we turn the right foot in and the left foot out. Hips square to the front. Tilt slightly with the left hip this time. Inhale the arms up. Drop the shoulders and exhale to lean to the left. Again, keeping the right shoulder blade flat on the back. Look up to the hand. If you can't turn your neck at this stage, then keeping it in a neutral position, looking ahead, is fine as well. And again, you can use a block to put your hand on if that makes it more comfortable for you. Breathe in the posture. And when you're ready to come up, inhale. And exhale. Hands back to heart centre. I will show you some more advanced poses of the triangle in future, but today we'll now just move on to the extended side pose I showed you. So again, with a wide stance, turn your right foot out, your left foot is 90 degrees, and we're going to this time bend the right knee, so bending on an exhalation. Inhale the arms up. Now you can lean on your knee, your right knee, with your right elbow if that's as far as you want to go. Equally, you can use the block, but it's nice to feel a nice side stretch down that left hand side. If you're feeling happy with your neck, you can also turn to look up to your arm. Up, inhale and exhale. Switch the feet, bending the left knee with an exhale. So again, you can rest on the knee if that's more comfortable. Keep your head looking forward if your neck's too tense, and turn to look up at your arm. It helps to make sure that your thigh muscles are pulled up tightly, the pelvic floor muscles. This all helps to strengthen the core and give you more balance in the posture. And when you're ready to come up, inhale, exhale, hands to heart centre. So that's the triangle and the extended side bend. Now I also showed you the forward bend. So again, legs as far as you feel comfortable, drawing everything up in terms of muscles, energy upwards to the core, pelvic floor muscles. And we're going to bend from the hips this time. So inhale, exhale. And again, you can use blocks at the front if this is not comfortable for you to touch the floor. But you put your hand under your face and with an inhale, reach up with the left arm and turn to look at your hand. It's a twist as well as a stretch. And exhale down. Switch hands. Same principle, make sure that your shoulder blades are flat on your back and your shoulders are away from the ears. And then you can walk the hands in, and again you can use a block. And just make yourself as comfortable as possible. And if at this stage you need to bend your knees, that's okay too. Yesterday I showed you the elbows to the floor. Again, you can use a block to lower your head. Just make it easy for yourselves to risk any injury. Inhale to come up. Jump the feet together. And exhale, hands to heart center. So I also showed you the first of the warrior poses. I'm going to go through that again. So we've got a wide stance on our mat. A right foot is facing forward, the left is at 45 degrees. And we're going to bend that knee so we've got a 90-degree angle from the foot up to the thigh, and we're going to turn our hips forwards and inhale the arms up, drop the shoulders away from the ears, inhale, keep that back leg as strong as possible. Try and feel all four corners of your feet on the mat to give you a firm grounding. And you're ready to come up. Turn to the other side. Adjust the back foot. Bend the front knee. Inhale. Reach up, drop the shoulders. Keeping that back leg as strong as possible with all four corners of the feet on the ground. And exhale, return to centre. And that was the first of the warrior poses. We'll go into warriors 2 and 3 over the weeks to come. Next I showed you some seated poses, some forward bends. The first, we had our left knee bent, flat to the floor. Make sure that your sitting bones are firmly on the ground. And the idea is that we're going to fold forward over the knee, but again, you might not be able to go very far. The important thing at this stage is to turn your hips towards the knee, keep your chest upwards, and just, even if you only go as far as this, at this stage it's important to keep everything lifted. If you can't go any further, then this is absolutely fine. The important thing is to breathe into the posture. So inhale, and on the exhalation, fold forward. Inhale, fold forward. Inhale, with an inhalation. Change the legs. Same principle, bring the foot as close to the hips as you can. Lift that flesh away from the sitting bones. Turn slightly towards this leg. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward with the chest lifted. Again, if this is as far as you can go, that's fine. With each exhalation, see if you can go a little bit further. Inhale to come up, stretch out the legs. You might want to give them a little shake out. And I also showed you yesterday the full forward bend. So again, sitting in an upright position, making sure that the sitting bones are firmly on the ground. You can do again an inhalation. And again, keep the chest lifted. So if this is as far as you go, so be it. That's absolutely fine. The idea at this point is to get the chest to the thighs. Inhale to come up. The next posture I showed you was the fish pose, which is a good counterbalance to any of the forward folds or to a shoulder stand, which we haven't done yet, but I will show you that in the future. So, coming to a lying position, we've placed our hands beneath our hips, we flexed our feet, we lifted our shoulders up and tilted our head back so that our crown reaches the floor. And if you so wish, you can do some opening and closing of the mouth, just to feel that stretch across the neck muscles. In true fish style. Another variation of this posture is to lift the legs and lift the arms.
To dance among the stars. To travel
Gently come down.
down the road.
Take care to bring your neck into neutral before you come up to a seated
And to
posture.
return
Or if you so wish, at that point you can go into the corpse pose that I showed you. Gently open your legs hip width apart.
I am now one.
Bring your arms to your side. Shoulders
I am
flat on the ground.
the soul.
Close your eyes and just listen to the music. And let your breath come back to normal.
Has disappeared.
So that was the recap of yesterday's sequence. I hope you found it useful, and we'll take some of those postures a step further in the weeks to come. Thank you for watching. See you next time.